What's up, Capricorn? Welcome to your May 2021 general reading. This is going to be for you, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. But of course, it's not going to resonate with all of you guys, so check out your other placements, okay? Welcome to this season. I see that there is, I want to say that there's a lot going on, and I feel like there might be, but I feel like there might not be. I feel like there's a lot going on. I feel like most of what's going on is more of internal things. Now, I will say, whenever we're in Taurus season, we're talking about value, we're talking about money, we're talking about stability, we're talking about like worldly, earthly possessions. We're talking about being very grounded and determined. And I will say it does feel like there's some shifting going on, especially in terms of your home. I feel like we've been talking about this for a few months. But I want you to stay encouraged, okay? Now we are in Taurus season. We do have the King of Pentacles here showing up as your first card, which for me, obviously that's your energy. It's earth energy, but for me, it's really Taurus season. Now or Taurus energy mostly. Now what's really interesting is next to that King of Pentacles, you have a 5 of Swords and a 5 of Wands. Now, fives in tarot, they're closely related to chaos, maybe even conflict, but at the end of the day, what they're really about is change, and change can be quite uncomfortable, especially for humans. We're used to our routine, we're used to our places, we're used to our people, and so for you guys, it feels like there's like a shakeup or something going on within the home. Again, you could be dealing with the Taurus, and there's just a little bit of worry and conflict there, but it's nothing that I don't think that you can't get over. I do want you to be mindful this month to not get in your own way. Now, because we are in Taurus season, we pick up the beautiful things like, Taurus season is a lot about like the money and the possessions, all I've said, but it's a very sensual season. There's a chance for romance, if you guys are in a really good place in your relationships, especially because for you guys, this is your 5th house. So that's romance, that's play, that's, self-expression, it's children, it's creativity. So all of that is great. But the more troubling, things that we might pick up on more this month is that stubborn nature that Taurus has, right? So especially if you are dealing with this, as Taurus, you might feel like they're just a little bit more stubborn. This month, you might even be finding that you're a little bit stubborn this month. And that's kind of all of us, right? Because we take on the energy of whatever season we're in a little bit more. So just be mindful of that, not to get in your own way, to be open still, to be, fair, and just not focus so much on being right. Some of you guys might also be wanting to change some things about your appearance, right? Taurus is closely connected to luxury and like beauty and all that, kind of being ruled by Venus. So all of that is happening too. Now you guys have the 2 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, which this is about kind of going back and forth, vacillating over something, trying to make a decision about something. And this really, for a lot of you guys, has a lot to do with trying to juggle maybe a lot of things at once, which can get a little bit overwhelming. Now, this 2 of Pentacles, although he is juggling and he is maintaining, he's only going to be able to do it for so long, right? I mean, how long can you balance on one foot and juggle at the same time? And it's like if he doesn't fall over on his own, a wave's going to come over and kick him up. Some of you guys, this might have to do with a move, or this could even have to do with a car. You've got the Chariot energy right underneath that. Chariot energy is also connected to your vehicle. So some of you guys might even be in this place where you're trying to like want to buy a new car, trying to decide what to do with your car, that type of thing. There's something about transportation for you guys too. So just to be mindful of that. But yeah, I think a lot of you guys are, it seems like there's some struggle in terms of all these big changes that are happening. Again, King of Pentacles. What I love about King of Pentacles that it is that grounding nature. He is that king that's super mature. He's a great father, great partner, great business person. He's money connected. He's patient. He's practical, determined, and hardworking. And so, and he's abundant, so in terms of that, things are really, really good. Now, the way that this 5 of Swords is looking at the King of Pentacles makes me kind of you know, think that maybe there might be some conflict with you or someone else. Maybe this could even be internal conflict too, right? But it feels like for me, a lot of this has to do with overwhelm, feeling like you're juggling so many things, lots of changes, lots of things that I feel like you're excited for. We do have a Three of Wands here, which we'll get into in your environment. So I do think that these are things that you're excited for, but it still brings stress, right? Now, what came out to clarify that King of Pentacles is the High Priestess and the Star. I love this. We've got, you know, that Aquarius energy with the Star, which is all about hope and healing. It's about wishes coming true, things being fulfilled, being seen. And then we got the High Priestess card, which, you know, she's divine feminine energy. She's very intuitive. She's very connected. She knows all the secrets. She knows all the everything. And she's really just, she stays in that powerful feminine energy. And I think for you guys, this has a lot to do with, you know, we all have masculine and feminine energy. And depending on what the task is at hand, it's more helpful to use one or the other. I think this is really just an energy of like staying calm, letting the things come to you. Everything is working out for you as seen with the Star card, because this is when we get our wishes fulfilled. This is when we get the things that we want. This is when, you know, we feel seen and we are seen and things are coming together. So although, again, this is a stressful time, I think that it's the good kind of stress. Now, what's clarifying the Five of Swords is the Lovers. So yes, I don't know, it just feels like there's something within the household or with the lovers. There might be a little bit more tension, or someone might be a little bit more stubborn. But Lovers energy is connected to Gemini. This is really beautiful. Just watch the little petty arguments, right? Like just, I guess I want to say choose your battles this month, right? Five of Swords talks about empty fights. It talks about not everything being worth your time, right? So if you're agitated, if you're stressed, if you feel like you're handling a lot, it's not worth it to pick up an argument or, you know, like pick up an attitude about everything, right? So I think that this month, just be very mindful and know that tensions are a little high, because I think for a number of you, there's a lot changing and a lot going on, and it's both exciting but stressful. So just be mindful, okay? And just, you know, when you want to get agitated, just remember it's temporary, okay? Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is clarifying the Five of Wands. Now, Knight of Cups energy is really, really romantic. This is a sweet person. This is someone who's like super romantic. You know, this is the guy who calls and, you know, requests a song on the radio for his girl, or like writes poetry, like that type of energy. It's a love offer. This could even be an apology coming your way after some type of a disagreement or something going wrong, especially if you're connected to a water sign. This doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. This could be friends. This could be siblings. This could be someone at work. But it feels like, I'm going to be honest with you, it feels like there's more of like an apology coming towards you guys for some type of reason. Things going left in the past, you know, things being awkward, or some type of a fight ensuing that probably was unnecessary to begin with, but either people are in their feelings or just ego kicks in, that type of thing. I do feel like there's an apology. And then, which I forgot all about this, I'm skipping around. One of your oracle cards that you got is Red, Receive. Or I'm sorry, Forgive. What the hell? Receive the apology. I don't know. Forgive. Which I just want to say, this card, it's really talking about how we can all fall short, you know, and that there's someone who feels really sorry for how they treated you, or, you know, something that may have happened. And it's not telling you that you have to forgive this person right now, but it's really kind of putting it out there like, is this something that we can consider moving forward from? So maybe taking a look in that, you know, the way she's submerged in that bath, I'm getting that some of you guys maybe take a healing bath, maybe around, you know, the new moon that'll be coming up, or the full moon in Sag will be at the end of the month, something like that. There is something about being in water, being near water, being submerged in water. You know, water's super healing. So, you know, maybe take a bath. If you live by the beach, maybe go visit the water or the river, or, you know, something like that. I think that just, that will be healing for you guys. But forgive, consider forgiving someone, because I do feel like you guys have an apology coming your way, especially if it's coming from either a fire sign or a water sign. So Aries, Sag, Leo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. In your environment, 3 of Wands. This is about, you know, I did all the things, I made all the plans, I'm just waiting for my ships to sell in. So again, these fives that I'm seeing in terms of change and chaos could just be about, you know, you guys being right at that point, right at that cliff of takeoff to the new step, the new place, the new space, the new whatever of your life. And that is all fun and exciting, but stressful, right? 10 of Pentacles, love it. So some of you guys, this has to do with your family, moving your home. Some of you guys, this has to do with career changes. It's going to bring you a lot of abundance and money, which is really, really good. A lot of Capricorns right now are building towards legacy, you know, whether that means expanding your family, whether that means going and getting the dream job, whatever it is. We got the Death card here too. That's Scorpio energy, but that's about, you know, completing cycles so that new ones can come. So there is definitely, especially with this Death and 10 of Pentacles, 10s are completions and beginnings, right? So there is a completion of a cycle. I think that everything is going to be fine if you're worried. Now, I will say at the end of this month, we are having Mercury retrograde. I believe that starts on the 29th. So just be mindful, especially if this has to do with like a move. Just be mindful that you've got pretty much everything planned prior, if it falls within that retrograde time, just because there can be delays, communication issues, that type of thing. So just be mindful of that, okay? Now, your last 2 cards, you've got the Ace of Cups, and then you've got the Strength card. Ace of Cups energy is beautiful. Obviously, there's a level of purity that comes with it. It is a new beginning, something that is going to be emotionally on point with where you want to be, right? 5 of Swords. After this change, after this, yeah, you know, it's funny because so this Ace of Cups, right? All the aces in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, they have a hand that is gifting you with something. It's kind of going back to this apology for me. I think that you guys will be hearing from someone that you guys had some type of falling out or something just kind of went sour with. Some of you guys might even be waiting for this because maybe someone was like really proving to be an asshole or like really proving to like just do too much. And there is healing there. That's really, really beautiful. That's a really good thing. This is sitting in the hopes and fears. So it's almost like, yeah, I think some of you guys are kind of hoping for this, maybe even since it coming with that High Priestess, right? She is super intuitive. She is psychic. Now that I think about it, the High Priestess and the Star, yeah, there's healing from something. There's going to be a conversation this month that feels like that's needed to be had. Maybe you were hanging on something. Maybe someone else was hanging on to something. But it feels like it's coming. Now we've got the Emperor, which is Aries energy. This could be about, you know, something that went sour between you and an Aries. Of course, this could be something that happened during Aries season. Or this could be something, you know, the Emperor is the father. The Emperor is the authority. This could be having to do with your father. This could be having to do with the father of your children. Something connected to that. But the Strength card here is beautiful because what's really highlighted is the feminine strength, right? It's not the masculine strength of that lion. It's about the feminine strength. And really, again, with Mercury being in Taurus and people being a little bit more agitated, a little bit more stubborn with their communication, I think this is just saying like, slow down, be a little bit more mindful, be a little bit more compassionate. Don't be quick to jump. Don't be quick to pop off, even though you may want to. I've got the Hierophant card here. So some of you guys, this could be your partner, your husband or your wife, someone you're in a commitment with. And again, there's something about family here. So it could be your father. Maybe you are the father, something like this. But there is healing for some of you guys, either in a romantic capacity or like, feels like it could be like family dynamics too. Yeah. don't be too overwhelmed. I know a lot of you guys feel like you're juggling a lot of things, but I think that you will come to a place at the end of this month where you can just kind of like breathe again, you know? Your next oracle card you have is Windfall of Abundance. It says an increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. Love this. Abundance is coming to you, and this is in your environment. I love how these go together, right? Beautiful. And then you guys also got chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So like I said, this is, you know, because we are dealing with your 5th house energies, this is a cute month in terms of romance and like play and like flirtation and like sex and all that for you guys. If, you know, that's your story. It feels like you guys definitely have chemistry with something, someone. But this month, it feels like for the majority of you, or at least the people who this message is resonating with, it's really about kind of calibrating to all these big changes that are happening, being open to accept apologies, being open to forgiving, right? Not holding anything in your heart. And yeah, you guys have something beautiful coming to you, abundance coming to you. So I'm excited. Really lean into that divine feminine energy. And be compassionate and be, you know, with yourself and with others this month. I think that's going to be important. So that's what I got for you. If you would like a personal reading, you can reach out to me at shesvibeytarot@gmail.com. Go to my About tab. You can see the menu and list of pricing, all of that. If you'd like to schedule your own live reading, you could do that with the link that is provided there. So I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Cap.